You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Michael, the Chosen. Thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing back down some Moonsorrow for the Chronicans here, and the song today is Jotunheim.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited for this one. Michael, thank you so much for bringing Moonsorrow back down the rabbit hole. I'm really excited to get back to this band. It has been a little while since we've been with them. The song you've given us today is Jotunheim, and thank you for also sending us the lyrics. The song is a perfect description of both Jotunheim, the land of the giants, and Jotunheim, the mountain range in Norway.
Yes.
It is the perfect description of just how beautiful the frozen north is, but how fearful it can also be. Thank you so much for bringing this down the rabbit hole. I'm really excited to see how this band plays out this amazing lyrical song. If you guys are as excited to be here as we are, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
And Michael, thank you so much for bringing a masterpiece. We like our longer songs because it's a real journey. And I remember Keelan Pasa, the first one that we did from them, was really memorable for me too.
Yes.
I loved what they sounded like live. So I'm excited to see this kind of studio version. And it's a 20-minute song, y'all. So let's buckle up, get your drinks ready, have a good time, y'all. We're hitting play.
Yes.
Nice already. Oh, man. case you didn't know, thumbs up.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to stop it because it kept building, and I didn't want to stop that amazing flow that they were going through, and I didn't know if it was ever going to return to a sound that I knew, so I could have paused it there, and because it just keeps going, y'all. This is like the incredible journey we were expecting out of a song this long, but being executed this perfectly already.
Oh my god, that was amazing. So the song is not in English, and so we got the lyrics for it so that we kind of knew what was going to be the story going through. And I was actually expecting, I don't know why, but I was expecting clean vocals.
Right.
Like I was still like, and
Yeah, that switch up.
That switch up when he came in with that growl.
Exactly.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that just, I was like, oh, we're going here.
Thank you, right?
And it made sense.
It made sense.
Right? But I was expecting clean, like it was this beautiful ballad, and I almost forgot that this was a metal band going at the very beginning, because that introduction with the flutes and everything, and just
Lord of the Rings feel.
Very Lord of the Rings, like it took you to the mountains.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The animals in the background. Yeah, you're traveling with the wind. The animals are in the background. The birds are cawing. Like everything's singing, but in nature. And like I forgot I was in a metal band. I'm like, this is amazing. This is so much fun. And then it came in heavy. I'm like, okay, this is great. But oh my god,
this is incredible.
it is. Oh, I'm sorry I'm like closing my eyes so much, but I just want to go back to the mountains. I don't want to stare at this wall.
Well, there's nothing, at least video-wise, so we can close our eyes a bit more. This is incredible, y'all, so we'll try to keep it going because it's a longer song, but here we go. Okay. Okay, before I lose it, they started sounding like Bathory, like just straight black metal for a bit there. They're
Yeah.
transitioning so flawlessly between every single moment that there's no chance to really breathe and like have a pause because of how much is going on, and it's almost like Jotunheim like is essentially a place. Is that like
It's
another
the
afterlife or
So it's the land of the giants. So
land
it's
of
the
the
land of the
giants?
ice giants. So
Okay.
have you ever seen the Marvel movie?
Yeah, I have seen
It's
that.
like that.
So it's like that. So it's I don't even know what to say how I'm feeling because I just feel like I'm just being sent somewhere and it's just constant. So like you're just waiting to take a seat, but it just keeps moving you along. So it's almost like a roller coaster, you know?
You're following on the wind, but the wind is blowing in the middle of an ice storm
I guess so, yeah.
through the mountain range. Like,
It's just so much more than I
there's
was
so
expecting.
much.
After the first song we heard, I didn't think they'd have something like this much of a masterpiece. Like it's incredible. It's like Pink Floyd type of length and level too.
The drummer.
The drummer's nuts.
The drummer. The entire time I'm listening and I'm counting and I'm like drumming on Kyle's arm.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I
I'm flabbergasted right now.
like, this is amazing, but oh my god, the drummer and like the guitarist and everyone are like insane.
Yeah.
But like that beat that he's keeping and all those fills that he's doing that are bringing in those like the rock, like the for me, because I'm a very visual person in my mind.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going through the mountains on this like wind through an ice storm, and there's like an avalanche falling as the drummer's just going brrrr across, and he's got that double bass just rolling the entire time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just this constant, like, as you're saying, you're being thrown around, but it's like so amazing because it's through this beautiful landscape.
And the
this
drummer's really
beautiful
helping the
land.
transitions just stay flawless and keep moving.
And we're back into like this like bard moment. So we're now either the storm has ended, the eye of the storm type moment, where now it's like going to calm down a little bit, and then the storm's going to start again.
Let's get
I
back
hope.
into it then. Oh, this is insane. Holy. The patience this band has.
It reminds me of after you've just listened to an amazing song lying in a field, in a park, and the song finishes and you just hear all the nature around you while you're lying in that field, in
Yeah.
that moment of bliss after finishing a song.
This is like the type of music I would listen to when I'm driving in the harsh wilderness of Alberta in the snow, trying to get from store to store. And then when you finally reach the store and you get to finish the song,
This literally transports you into the mountains.
as we hear an airplane drive by,
I'm trying to ignore the airplane flying over the house.
then reality hits. Oh man,
Camping.
that'd be nice.
Camping in the mountains of Jotunheim.
With the giants, eh?
The giants.
Not gonna cut anything, y'all. This is what you want us to see, and I think that is a full experience, and it's meant to be there. And even if that's like an end of a song or just a perfect way to transition to a different song, it just shows you what type of minds this band has, and like what type of atmosphere they're able to create with that. Because that actually says a lot. Like at the end of that you can actually make it through and like have a conversation, and like it really transported, like literally we felt like we were transported into the mountains there, and then we live right by an airport, y'all, so then literally an airplane just drove right by as we're like getting into our zone. And then it just makes you reflect of like actually what type of experience it is when someone can send you music like this. Michael, thank you so much, because a 20-minute song like this, I love this type of music because it gives you the patience and time to fully get into that world and lets you experience it like an episode. And like I want more of this show now, and that's like what this did for me. And because it crushed all my expectations for what it was going to be based off the first one, I didn't say the first one's bad, Keelan Pasa, I just can't remember it that well from, it just wasn't as memorable for me. But this one I'm going to remember. I can promise you this,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I think every band needs a song like this that's like a 20-minute thing to like fully get a story out for them. You don't have to always have 20-minute songs, but you need to have like one or two of these to, because it really shows what a band can do if they can hold your attention for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And that transitioning in this song was just like flawless the whole damn time.
It was. This was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like, where this takes you and where you're it's what it does to your, like, all your emotions, your mind. Like, the music itself is able to control you, and this band is able to create something hypnotic
Yeah, and cleansing.
And they've brought you into this, like, moment of, it's almost like serenity in a sense, but you also have
You're
this constant motion, like I'd mentioned, being on the wind, but the wind was an ice storm going through the mountains,
No kidding.
right? Because you're calm, because you know you're going with the wind. Like, you're not going to hurt if you're the wind. You're just in this moment of serenity, but you're also in this movement of chaos, but it's done in order. So every transition and every layer that they did in this song,
pulled and pushed in many different ways.
It was like shaping a hypnotic state through the music. And we listen to lots of music on this channel, and there are lots of songs that can bring you into these moments, but to do that for 20 minutes, but it does not feel like a 20-minute song.
No, not at all.
Before our first pause, that was over 5 minutes. It did not feel like 5 minutes. I still, like, after just going, it only felt like, you know, maybe the minute 40 that an intro would be with other songs.
Yeah, it's
because
so good.
It put you in a state where time didn't exist in that moment. It
makes you fully commit to the song, and you have to have patience to enjoy this still, though. Like, I think a lot of people that wouldn't have the patience because of how long they still hold some of their, like, moments. Like,
before this channel, I wouldn't have had the patience for this song.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm surprised how well you held your patience there, because I even think you held your patience better than I did during this, and I feel like I'm used to these longer songs too, so it showed how much it grabbed you. Right?
This one really grabbed me, and I am a chronic shuffler when it comes to listening to music. So I you can hate on me as much as you want, but I have definitely skipped past the song before it ends to get to the next one. But this one was 20 minutes of just brilliance. Like, even at that ending, I had mentioned that this is like when you just finish listening to a song, when you're in that moment where you have nothing to do, you're laying in a park, you know, as teenagers or whatever. And that song would end, and it would be like the end of the playlist, or in my time, the end of the CD, and you'd have to stop playing it. And you're just laying there, and you're in that moment of bliss, and the sun's shining, and everything's happened. The storm is over, and you're just listening to nature, and you don't want to move. And that, to recreate that feeling after a song, shows the genius, the emotion, and the empathy that the writer of this has to put into their music.
And I think it's a perfect way to stamp a song like this, because nature's music is like, nature is the first place where music was, right? So, like, when you end it like that, and it is still a continuation of music being played, it wasn't just transferring to nature sounds. It was like, no, this is the perfect way to end it, because it was like a journey that you were going through. So then they're showing you the ultimate music of what the nature sounded like in this place that you just got transported to, and it was incredible. And then it felt like you finished it off with the fire, and then you go to sleep, and then now you're in a trance, and, like, what an experience.
What an experience. And I loved at the very end, actually, where how it transported you is literally, you're laying there, the sun sets, and now you're at this, like, you have a fire, it's nighttime, and then he was tuning his guitar, ready to just start playing and picking, and, you know, and it's beautiful.
You felt the soul.
And, like, for me, when I'm, like, here with you, and it's like, oh my goodness, like, could you imagine being in this location? Like, oh, this also reminds me not only of this guy who wrote the music in the mountains of Jotunheim, but this is also you and me and our family, and when we've gone camping, and when we've gone and done these adventures, and we've gone out into the nature, and it brings you back to those personal moments as well.
It's a very personal song.
It creates conversation, and it creates emotions that are almost nostalgic, that we've all kind of experienced.
And now we want to go camping, so thank you so much for that, Michael, because that is something that we've been wanting to do, and this is the type of thing to get you out and enjoy nature a bit more, even if it is snowing. who cares, right? Gotta get out there. But thank you guys so much for being here with us. If you had a good time with us and love Moonsorrow, please hit the like button. Go subscribe to their channel as well, because this band's incredible. They need the support as well.
Absolutely.
And if you guys want us to continue to do more Moonsorrow, and if they have a lot of these amazing long songs, please let us know in the comments below. And if you're new to the EnterTheCronic family, consider hitting that subscribe button. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. This is phenomenal. Michael, thank you. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.